After a mix-up in northern Minnesota, a family is questioning the safety of its ambulance service.
Everybody up here deserves better, yes.
When Brenda Sordahl's grandson needed help, the ambulance crew went to the wrong address in Park Rapids. WCCO's Liz Collin explains how the mistake could have been avoided.
The Sordahls stay focused on the things Blake can do, rather than what he can't.
They were told that he was probably going to die.
Are you getting tired?
Diagnosed with a rare disorder called Wolf-Hirschhorn syndrome, Blake is fed by a tube, can barely walk, and at the age of 8 has the brain capacity of an 18-month-old. So when something goes wrong, his family knows how critical hospital care is.
Minutes matter in any situation.
An episode in May had his care attendant calling 911. Blake couldn't breathe and was having serious seizures.
I was working 6 miles out of town and I beat the ambulance here, and the ambulance is a mile from my house.
Records show a Park Rapids police officer arrived within 5 minutes. It took an ambulance crew a total of 7 minutes to get there. Brenda says the crew blamed the delay on a dispatcher that mixed up the numbers in her address.
The ambulance driver that was at my house told me that it was the second time that day that it had happened that they were sent to the wrong address.
But the hospital that dispatches the crew says that's not the case. All Park Rapids ambulance calls are transferred 200 miles away, here to North Memorial's Ambulance Service Center in Brooklyn Center. A spokesperson traced the Sordahl call to a GPS mix-up. The ambulance's navigation system hadn't been updated correctly, so the crew was sent in the wrong direction. North Memorial says the crew went 2 blocks away before turning around to head to Brenda's house. The hospital couldn't say if it had happened before.
Everybody up here deserves better, yes.
Blake ended up spending that day in the hospital. Doctors checked him out and determined he'd be okay.
Let's tap our feet.
Another close call for a little boy that's already been through so much.
The Sordahl family told Liz they never heard back from North Memorial after asking questions days after this happened. It is not uncommon to have a dispatch service so far away. North Memorial has nearly 30 different ambulance bases across Minnesota.